in it here. Congrats on being first, Flint. You earned that. Oh, you're right. I forgot to change that. We'll fix that real quick and then get started. Both of them are ready. Give me just a second. I forgot to change the title. It's been a while since I did one of these, so give me a second. Ooh, I don't have permission. Might be a problem. I'll add somebody in the Discord. All right, anyway, we'll just get started here while we wait for somebody to change the title for us. No big deal, it's shookieTea. shallowCopy, as you can see, those are the racers. All right, countdown to the race. They should be getting started shortly. Thank you, Nesrocker, for fixing that. Appreciate it. And we're off. While we're looking here, just a few things about their first rounds. Both racers took a loss in the first round, but that's okay. It's a long Swiss round before we get to the brackets. Shookie's time was a 1:23:11, and shallowCopy had a 1:19:15, so we should have a good race tonight. Shookie opting to grab the bat later. Maybe not on purpose. They did a little turn back there, but shallowCopy grabbing the bat early. I have recently become a fan of grabbing the bat on the third pass through. As of coming back to glitchless a little bit ago. I don't know why, it's just superstitious. It does technically save a tiny bit of time because Tracy's not in the room with you. So there's that, but I mean, it's like, it's not significant. I blame Hunter. Hunter made me a third pass bat person. Gotcha. So it'll look like Shookie's a little bit ahead for now. Only because they haven't grabbed the bat yet. But things should start to line up as they're getting ready to go outside when spawns are turned on. Shookie grabbing the bat on the second pass. Maybe they didn't mean to not grab it, but luckily you get a few attempts at going past that door. The important thing is that you don't forget it. Because you are pretty much out of luck if you don't grab it. Or you have to waste a lot of time to go back and get it. So as you can see, as soon as Shookie grabbed the bat, they're kind of right back on track with each other. I think Shookie might have started their timer a little early, like a second early. So even though it looks like they might be ahead time-wise, I think they're actually right on track with each other. Yeah, you're right in time. The fun's just beginning. Pretty funny. They're like so in sync, it's weird. I literally thought it was the same stream for a second. Because like not many people go behind the couch. Well, I mean, I guess a fair number do, but like it's not like super common where they would do it at the exact same time. It's blowing my mind. All right, both getting a nice little exit from Ness's house. Sometimes you can get trapped there by the spawns. There's 3 plates right outside the door. Ooh, shallowCopy. Nice, nice. Avoiding trouble. Shookie, not so lucky. It really blew my mind how close they were together. So Shookie dealing with a crow here. Not one of the best enemies to run into just because of the speed difference. Ness could miss a lot. There's nothing really for it to steal at the moment, but so really it's just Ness missing. Meanwhile, shallowCopy actually after the like that side plate, he has had a pretty free walk. Shookie getting past the crow, gets a cookie out of it. Getting that dog spawn. That plate where that dog is 100% spawn plate, so you're really just kind of hoping for like a crow that you can kind of manipulate its movement, or a snake you can maybe stutter around, or maybe just like a dog that moves left and despawns itself. But there's a crow that's stuck, that's good too. It's probably a good call. I don't think that dog would have despawned for Shookie there. Oh, you can do whatever you want. I have to add in. I haven't added in Discord yet, but if you want to commentate, I'd be down for that. shallowCopy making their way back down the hill as Shookie's getting to the top. shallowCopy starting their Starman Jr. fight. Now, shallowCopy does have a nice lead right now, but you know, you get a pretty uncooperative Starman Jr. and we have a different story. We got a different scenario going on here. Can you hear me, Ness Rocker?
I sure can. Can you hear me?
Yes. Perfect. Let's turn you up. Nice Starman fight for shallowCopy there.
Yeah, and it seems like these runners are pretty neck and neck. Shookie is a little behind, but I'm unfamiliar with both of these runners. Do you know anything about them?
I do not. These are two new people to me.
That's kind of exciting. I'm glad that this Boogey tournament has kind of brought some new runners out of the woodwork, and I'm excited to see how they do.
Yeah. It's kind of like an explosion of new people today, or this tournament. I unfortunately couldn't participate, so this is like the first one I haven't been in 3 years. But it's nice to still commentate.
No worries. We appreciate you commentating. And honestly, even if you don't participate, we, as the powers that be, because I am an EBSS admin, will definitely hold it against you.
That's fair.
I don't make the rules. I just enforce the ones I make up.
Hey, I get it. Oh, let me change while we're watching this stuff here. Change Uko to you for now. All right, it's light outside for shallowCopy, making their way down into Onet, making their way downtown. I'm gonna make that joke every time I comment.
Every time. You can't resist it. Honestly, I don't blame you. And honestly, Shookie did not have a very bad Starman Jr. fight. That was pretty quick.
Yeah, it's just the unfortunate. He took a crow right away, almost right outside, and that's been the difference as of now. Ness, would you like your pronouns on the screen?
If you'd like, it's he, him as well.
Surely.
Also, I see some fans in chat. We see Flint Stone taking our recent loss. And I say that as a friend of Flint. How could you lose? I love you, buddy.
Yeah, and that's the thing with the crows, Flint, is they're just so fast. It's probably one of the worst enemies to run into. Even, like, throughout the whole run, like, when you can get them in Happy. The one you have to fight.
Sorry, go ahead.
Nah, you're good.
Can we talk about shallowCopy for a second? Because he is making his movements like they're tasks. It's just like there's no wasted momentum. He is doing everything he needs to do.
And I did catch some of his first race, and I noticed that they were very deliberate with their movement. It was good to see. Almost done with their hula hoop, opting for the auto fight. Still having 40 health. I don't know if they had to heal at all. I don't know if they used their bread roll yet. I kind of missed that. I also was fixing the thing, so I don't know if they have bread rolls. Opting for a life up, so maybe he did use his bread roll already. If he even picked it up. Some people don't. I wouldn't do it in a situation where I had to finish, but some people. I am what you'd like to call a coward. Not the best Frank fight, a couple misses.
Not too bad either. We're not seeing a lot of, what is it? Digging the knife in?
Yeah.
Brandishing a knife?
Yes. Yeah, that's
I think is what it's called.
Frank is down. That's good. I had to dip into 2 burgers, I think, so far, which isn't a big deal because most people go full burgers and buy them after this anyway. Just have to buy a couple more back. Opted to go straight into auto fight. Okay, there we go. Just doing it for the momentum of the menu.
That was a good live up on shallowCopy's side. I mean, by the time you get to Frankenstein, as long as you have enough resources, it's pretty much a done deal.
Down with a 13:23. Pretty solid Frankenstein time.
I'll have to take your word for it. While I am an expert on Boogey percent, I have never run it or watched much of it.
I actually don't know what the world record is now, but I know like a low 13 is like you could push for like a world record pace.
I can look at runtime while you vamp.
All right, Shookie finishing off the Yes Man Jr. About to start their Frank fight. Meanwhile, shallowCopy's making their way up to Town Hall. Let's see how this Frank fight goes. Good start with the talk dirty. Hitting for 14, though. That's not amazing. Is Frankie as 63 health? I believe. So you're going to want to be hitting for at least, like, what would that be? 16? There he goes. Not too much trouble. He wasn't very aggressive, so that's nice. They're separated by about a minute so far. Starting the Frankenstein fight.
Okay, I'm apparently dumb and drawing a blank. What's the website that holds all the world records for games?
Speedrun.com.
Speedrun.com.
Shookie playing it a little safe maybe, but that's good. And Frankenstein down. So I was wrong. They're separated by almost 2 minutes at this point. I thought blanked out and forgot about Frankenstein for Shookie. I thought Shookie found the newest and latest and greatest skip for Frankenstein and was moving on already.
That would be a game changer, honestly, in the Boogey percent category. So I do have it here. Octopuscal has an hour and 1 minute and 53 seconds for Earthbound. But on Mother 2, they have 55 minutes and 10 seconds.
That's pretty crazy.
It's insane. And I don't know if you saw this earlier this year on the Earthbound Speedruns Discord, but Octopuscal had the #1 spot in every Earthbound category.
Yeah, Octi is probably the nuttiest Earthbound runner of all time. Just kind of came in and destroyed the game for everyone.
Yeah, I don't even think I can call myself a fan of Earthbound anymore, in comparison to the glorious light that is Octo.
Meanwhile, shallowCopy on their first pack of slugs. Pretty nice. They found one in one of the early spawn plates on coming into Giant Step. So we're looking for 22 slugs total, but there's a couple ways to get there. You can either fight some 4-packs on the first floor, maybe look for one on the second, or you can do what would it, four packs on the first floor and try to move up to the top third floor for a 6-pack. We'll see what these runners choose to do.
Yeah, and I am relatively new to the Boogie percent scene, but I do like Earthbound, and I don't understand what makes some runners stay at the bottom of Giant's Cave, and some of them go to the top. Like, I understand you can get bigger packs at the top, but there's a lot more risk involved. Am I right on that one?
There is a lot of risk involved for sure. It is faster to go get the 6-pack if you can get it quickly. Because you only need to fight 22, so that's 22 exactly if you do 4 packs on the floor. 4 packs of 4 and then the 6-pack on top. That's the exact number. Whereas if you only do 4 packs, you have to fight 2 extra slugs basically. And you're still on the first floor.
Gotcha.
So in shallowCopy doing, it's not so new anymore. It was new like 2 years ago, I think. Getting this rat stuck on the corner here will keep rats from, or mice spawning any further. So they could kind of like despawn and spawn the plate very quickly, and only slugs will show up going forward.
Yeah, and they don't join the battle for those slugs, right?
Correct, yeah.
It's kind of interesting because shallowCopy's not getting much luck in his slug fights, and it's kind of allowing Shookie to catch up.
Yeah, this is a good equalizer spot is the slug grind, because sometimes they just show up right away, sometimes they won't show up at all. So since shallowCopy just hit level 7, that means that was his 3rd pack of 4 slugs. So we'll see if he goes for his whole level 8 level up on the bottom, or if he gets one more pack and starts to move up. I think a lot of new runners might not like going up to the top because it's kind of hard to tell if you're actually running into a 6-pack or a 2-pack of slugs, but there might be a 6-pack still up there somewhere because it'll lag the screen like crazy. But you could still be getting like a 2-pack or a 2 thing of ants on an earlier plate, and they could be up higher. So it is risky because you truly don't always know.
I see. And it looks like Shallow might be in some trouble after this fight. Not necessarily in danger of dying, but that mouse is coming for him. He's gonna have to stutter his way out. Oh, never mind. I forgot the invincibility stops the mobs.
Yep. So we walk back and then fix the rat. So yeah, normally when you have the rat stuck like that, you don't want to go too far because you'll pull it away. You kind of want to just do circles a little behind it to drag one of the slugs because it'll pull the rest. So it looks like he's going to do all of his grinding on the first floor. Yo, Chef Goes, thanks for the raid. Thanks for coming on in and watching a good old Boogie race. Hope you had a great stream. Thanks for bringing your friends on over. I don't actually have I don't know where Shookie's at. I was not paying attention, but it looks like, 2-pack of slug. That's actually amazing, because this should put him exactly at level 8 if I'm keeping track of his slugs correctly.
Yeah, which means he's hot on the heels of shallowCopy.
I'm talking about shallowCopy's at level 8 now. I got them confused with their SH names. So shallowCopy actually was despawning from the left and happened to run into a singular 2-pack on the first floor, which isn't super common, so that was actually pretty nice.
Oh, I see, okay.
Oh boy. Yep.
And we're seeing some grade A USDA choice stuttering here. And he takes the rat fight anyway? What is going on?
So there was a 4-pack of slugs at the bottom of the rope that he couldn't get back down. He was hoping to go all the way back down the rope and just despawn the rat or the mouse.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So he took the single fight. Meanwhile, both of these runners showing some nice stuttering.
Yeah, and they're both heading up.
Yeah, shallowCopy's level 8, so does not need any more fights. I haven't been paying attention to Shookie. Luckily for Shookie, this is going to be a slug fight. Because if there's only 2, it could be ants on the middle and third floors, but if it's all 4, it's always going to be a slug fight.
Yeah, I don't... it was a bad spawn for shallowCopy over there. I didn't think he was going to get away from that, and he did turn around to take the fight.
And luckily, no calls for help from the Antoid, and a one-shot on it.
Yeah, I noticed he attacked the slug first and killed it, which, in that situation, wouldn't you want to kill the Antoid first?
Yeah, you'd normally want to go for that Antoid, just because it can't call for help every turn. we've seen a lot of ants in some races throughout time.
Oh, don't remind me.
Well, and they aren't very far apart. I think Shookie is also at level 8, because it doesn't look like... Well, I mean, they don't want to take that fight, because that's most certainly 2 Antoids.
Well...
Nice stutters, though.
Yeah, amazing stutters. Like, and even turning back to face them, because he was... I think he was like, I have to take this fight. And then they didn't move as much as he thought, and he was like, well, maybe I can do it. And then he did.
Yeah. Meanwhile, shallowCopy, knowing what their strength is at, they have at least 24 strength, so they know if they run into a single Antoid on their way, they can instant win that fight. And he made his way all the way up to Titanic Ant, so let's see how this goes. Shookie also has the appropriate amount of strength.
Yeah, some bad RNG on shallowCopy's side could mean that Shookie pulls ahead in a big way here. But I don't
Titanic
think
Ant will do that. This is... Whoa, the outspeed heal. Very fortunate. Though 2 outspeeds. Oh, no. Well, that's super lucky for shallowCopy, because he had 4 health. And if the ant decided it wanted to hit him, it would have been over. So, a little luck there. Meanwhile, Shookie trying to get off their heal. Magnet. Oh, the smash on Shookie. Getting a good heal off, though, playing it safe. Another smash. The classic double smash. But playing it extremely well.
Airframe, to sum up the race thus far, shallowCopy headed out to an early lead, but due to bad slug luck, Shookie has caught up pretty well. One bad RNG or one misstep from Shallow could spell Shookie pulling ahead. Because that was what, like 27 seconds between ant kills?
I actually was not paying attention, so I have a marker to see where they're at. Once Shookie gets to a certain door.
I have been paying attention, and I made up the number 27.
I like it. Didn't need to take that
It
fight. It
sounded good,
didn't
though,
see
right?
it. Oh, I believed you, like 100%. So it's not too far off. It looks about 40 seconds between them. Which is nothing.
Did we do a prediction for this race?
We did.
Is it too late, Airframe? Am I allowed to make a late game prediction? Our principal, Airframe.
Headmaster Airframe.
Dean of the College of Speedrunning era from.
Now, one thing I didn't really pay attention to is how much burgers both of them were using. shallowCopy did not stop to buy any more, so I'm guessing they are fine. I know Shookie was getting blasted a little bit, so they might need more burgers. We'll have to wait and see if they stop. But meanwhile, shallowCopy starting their police fight. Looks like Shookie is confident in their amount of burgers as well. And it looks like shallowCopy has about 5 burgers, I think. First cop down.
I have started the prediction. You have 2 minutes to get your votes in. Who is going to win this? That's the only prediction. Now, if I can be a little biased, because I've never heard of either one of these people, but I love to root for an underdog, I think shallowCopy is going to die strong.
Oh, no.
I mean, that's my prediction. It's not based on anything at all.
Wishing the evil. Oh, my.
I'm not wishing it. I don't want it to happen.
You just feel it.
I just feel it deep inside my liver.
Oh. So I think shallowCopy might only have 1 burger left. If looking. Meanwhile, Shookie passed the first. Yep, that is the last burger. So they'll have to start dipping into life ups at some point here, which is okay. They only have 1 cop left. So
but
having
don't you
2
want
life ups.
Don't you want 2 Rockins for strong though?
Yeah, he has 30. He has 30 psychic points right now, so he could definitely afford to spend at least a singular life up.
And they can miss, just saying.
Yeah, yes, they can. But if you do only have 1, it's not the end of the world. You just want to hope your rocket hits pretty strong. Captain Strong only has 140 health, which isn't too crazy. Nice smash on Shookie's screen.
Also, if I can mention, there's an overwhelming bet on shookieTea at this point. Which, I don't know if that's the underdog in it, or just the chatters have something we don't know. They have something in their back pocket.
Yeah, this is massive.
It's 10,000 to 140. And now the poll is closed.
Nice, okay. That could have been really scary for shallowCopy, but it wasn't. And he got a time of about 30 minutes for Onet, which is pretty good. Meanwhile, Shookie definitely caught up a little bit if this fight goes well. Shookie with a life up, and it's a smart move to life up. shallowCopy actually took Captain Strong with only 65 health, and went for both Rockins, and actually got hit pretty hard, so if his Rockin missed, his second Rockin, he probably would have died. But
well,
you never know.
Nobody bet on my prediction that he would die to Captain Strong, because that didn't happen.
So, Shookie also passed now as well with like a 30-45, so they're separated by about 45 seconds. So no ground made up between the end of Giant Step and cops. shallowCopy grabbing the poverty burger.
I mean, it's just smart at this point, right?
Yeah, because I mean, he doesn't have any burgers. He needs something to give to Apple Kid. Meanwhile, I don't know if Shookie still kept their cookie. Some people will do that. They'll keep a cookie to give to Apple Kid.
So let me ask you this, RJ. Can I call you RJ?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, SJ. Do you think it's worth it to keep that burger for healing, go up the escalator, and get, like, a bread roll or something?
No, I don't think so. Because ideally, you're not going to fight anything anyway, and also ideally, you should be getting butterflies, hopefully, to get some of your psychic points back. There's, like, plenty of butterflies along this walk. So you really shouldn't need any healing until you get to
That's
Happy
fair.
Happy.
Yeah, the butterfly is something I did not consider, but going through Peaceful Rest Valley with no combats is basically an impossibility, isn't it?
No, I wouldn't say that. It is not as unlikely as you think. It's really easy to get pincered in a couple spots, but it's not like a guarantee.
I must be a neophyte. Admittedly, I am when it comes to Boogey percent, but there's
The
just
dog
so
block.
many spawn plates.
Oh, look, a hippie. Shookie's having all the fun. Sorry, go ahead. I was enamored by the hippie.
Yeah, I was just gonna say there's so many spawn plates in Peaceful Rest Valley. I just can't imagine not taking at least one combat there.
Yeah, and that's just there's a lot of movement you can do to avoid spawn triggers. I guess I'll say it's not like a guarantee. So like you'll do avoid a spawn trigger. You'll walk into other ones, but hopefully it's a more favorable outcome for you. And we'll see if either of these runners know some of the movement. We can point it out when they get there, though.
And that takes less time than taking a fight you can avoid and healing afterwards.
100%. Because the enemies are also super nasty. Like, if you get into a fight with the robot or the UFO and you don't have any rockins to deal with them, you're in trouble.
Fair enough. I know the UFO is one that's pretty nasty, especially with its cold. Like, at least with the mushrooms, you can sell the mushroom to the girl at the beginning of Peaceful Rest Valley.
Yes, that girl that shallowCopy just walked past. Sprout Cave given some issues. I don't think that's gonna go away. Yeah, that should go away. I think. Shookie playing it a little safe.
I have incited the chat. The chat is moving fast. They're like, no, you're dumb. What are you talking about? This is the way I conduct myself.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. The information makes me smarter and builds that big brain that I have. The only 100% Peen Brain says the only 100% spawn I know in Peaceful Rest Valley is the tree on the first bridge. That only spawns if you're coming back from the right.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Makes a lot of sense, honestly.
Another hippie. Sometimes the path that shallowCopy's taking, the sprites for the enemies can hide behind things. You might not see them. Luckily, it was behind a tree, so it couldn't actually get to them. But sometimes they'll hang out around, like in the roof of Polestar, and you won't know they're there.
Airframe says, hippie manip.
Hippie manippy.
We have manip going on. Cancel the stream.
shallowCopy already talking to Apple Kid for the second time to get the pencil eraser, making their way back to actually enter Peaceful Rest Valley. They'll do a spiritual high five here at the door to Sprout Cave.
What are your feelings on the high five?
I like it.
I like it too. But what if I texted you, high five? Would you high five me back?
Yes.
Nice.
This is a little spooky for Shookie. All right. Right on the edge.
No, those mushrooms are too far away. There's a lot of them for sure, but I don't think there was any chance of him being caught there.
I'm just a paranoid person, and I think everything's out to get me, including earthbound spawns that aren't moving.
Oh, do you think you're paranoid?
Maybe. This game has
Yeah,
hurt me in ways that I can't explain.
What about complicated? Do you think it's complicated? Do you think you're both paranoid and complicated?
I might be. So here's one example of where some runners might do a spawn skip where shallowCopy is. They'll walk straight up to the tree that he's under and then go left. It'll kind of skip the spawn that's supposed to trigger the enemies that are making him go backwards. But it could spawn some other stuff. I don't think shallowCopy needs that butterfly, but didn't really have a choice. The butterfly's like, I'm coming with you and you will deal with it.
Unrelated. I'm a huge fan of garbage, just saying.
Perfect. So
we're having fun.
So shallowCopy is actually having pretty bad spawn luck. Luckily, not getting into any fights of any kind, but they are slowing them up. But also at the same time, Shookie is also getting a bunch of spawns. Here's a good pincer spot. There we go, making it out. 38-24. We'll see what Shookie can do. Well, we got one snake.
And even though it's an instant win, it's a not insignificant amount of time just to go through the text and everything.
It just feels bad. I don't know, are they 50-50 or is it a 75 to not have them chase you down? I don't remember exactly, but it's...
So it's incredibly complicated, the formula that Earthbound uses for that sort of thing. At this point, it should not be an issue, but for some reason it is. And it's based on your stats, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely like a level thing. Shookie getting past one of the tougher spots in PRV. Meanwhile, shallowCopy about to get the Franklin badge. And start their shack fight. Hey, look, with Jimothy said high five in chat. How do you feel about that, Ness?
Well, he was specifically directing it towards a certain other member of chat. I would high five with Jimothy at a moment's notice. I'm a fan of the high five, and if I raise my hand and you don't reciprocate, I'm gonna slap that shit myself.
You're just gonna go get it. You will give me that hand. shallowCopy choosing to fight this out. I didn't actually see the rolls, but this is a little spooky because this could happen. Or another one keeps coming in. If you use your first rockin' and you don't kill at least 2 of the things there, normally you're gonna want to rockin' again. I know we want to save that rockin' possibly for Car Painter, but I also don't want to die. Luckily, didn't get punished for it. Meanwhile, Shookie has made their way into Happy Village. I couldn't remember for a second there, so I think they're about 2 minutes at this point. There's been a little separation.
QJ, can I ask you a personal question?
I thought you said huge egg, and now I'm realizing that you said QJ. But yeah, go ahead.
What is your favorite food from Happy Village?
Oh,
The
I like...
food you would most want to eat IRL.
Maybe the croissant?
Croissant is good. Yeah, for sure.
So you get a nice buttery croissant. Ooh. Hopefully that cultist, yeah, I think you should try and despawn that cultist. That's a good idea to get in.
Kaboomek in chat says the PSI caramel. That's a good one. Attack Slug says, croissant.
Meanwhile, Shookie having a close call with the crow that was kind of blocking his way, but Once they kind of start moving, if they don't finish that movement, they won't redirect. So good to keep moving and not let them do that.
Yeah, you absolutely want to take the minimal amount of cultist fights as you can, because they are nasty and they call for help. It's basically like a souped up shark fight.
Yeah, and it's really good, and something that's interesting about them is that you can't run from them. So if you happen to get into a fight with a couple that aren't like this fight or the one that's forced inside of this shack or inside of the lair here, you actually can't run from them just like these fights because they're coded the same way. It's the same with police. When you find the police, I think in Summers, you can't run from them either, or the police in Doosan. You can't run from them.
Absolutely. And that's kind of something I learned from Scramble, playing the randomizer PK Scramble, is that in Earthbound, once an enemy is set, it's going to be the same enemy no matter where you face them. So like the moles in Mole Cave, or in Lilliput Valley Cave, are the same you fight in the desert. So if they have that flag, no runaway, they're no runaway no matter where they are.
All right, I'll just try to see. Okay, you got through. That was a pretty interesting fight. So I noticed that on the first attack turn, shallowCopy tried to defend Carpenter's attack, which doesn't actually do anything.
Sorry to interrupt, but Shookie is taking a red swirl from a cultist here.
Oh boy,
this is not what you want to see.
No, you're gonna have to burn your Rockins here, even if it's painful. That's what you gotta do to get out of here.
I think we can see a Shookie death here.
We could. And we might. We're hoping for a failed call for help here.
My brother, if you were going to cast Rockin', you should have done it when there was 2 on the field, and here's the death! I didn't want it, but I saw it coming, and what a setback for Shookie. This is devastating at this point in the game.
It's probably the worst place to die. Because if you at least die... I don't know. I can't think of a... Because you have to walk all the way back. I can't think of anything that would be kind of worse. But it's okay, you know? Anything can still happen. We still have to go through Graveyard with shallowCopy and all of Winters.
I have to draw some attention to the chat. People are saying... Talking about farting? Why? Why, people? Enjoy the game. Stop being concerned about farts.
These are natural things that people do, and I think we should encourage healthy bodily autonomy.
Yeah, everybody poops. Don't worry about it.
So see shallowCopy, Grab, and Paula drop in all of their equipment as they get ready for this death warp. So now I noticed shallowCopy used a banana on Carpenter's second attack, but Carpenter didn't actually hit him. So he has pretty high health. So this could be a pain.
I'll be right back, Archie.
Sounds good. Good start, though, for him as the mole goes straight for Ness. But the mole just tricked us. We thought good things were gonna happen, then the mole's just missing and being absent-minded. Meanwhile, Shookie making their way back through Peaceful Rest Valley. Shookie doing sort of the movement. I don't know exactly where that spawn trigger is, so I think that works still. It's like, you can't fit through that tree. I don't know why I won't let him. Meanwhile, this mole is not doing anything. This is just how it goes. All right, well, it killed Paula, which, you know, might not be the best. Okay, that's good. So at this point, shallowCopy can defend. Doesn't actually have to do anything. Did he use the chick? Good death warp. Do you have a chick that he's gonna use? Go for the bear. What are you, like a hunter burner account?
Wait a minute. Oh, no, wait. That was...
Oh, no, Shookie.
Shookie wanted to die there. I was confused.
I think they got caught up a little bit. Because they were trying to turn away, but it looks like they might have gotten sub-pixeled on the tree a bit. Yeah, so at this, like, again, it feels bad, but at this point, you really need to just rock in. And I didn't happen to notice, did Shookie make it to the shack fight? And they got it on the way back, or was it going to the shack?
Well, Shookie has Paula, isn't that... I'm seeing oofs in chat, so maybe I've missed something.
No, Shookie is on the right, who died to the cultists.
I'm sorry, I got the two runners confused.
I know, I did that earlier. Okay, so Shookie was going to Janet, so he doesn't have to go back to the shack fight at least. That's good. Which is also a thing, like if you die to shack fight, you don't have to go back. You can go straight to the lair. It's not necessary to win, but there's no way to skip it. Yeah, the Shaquille fight.
And can we give some props to actual shookieTea? Because despite the setbacks, they are still, like, soldiering on. And that is, like, the biggest thing you can do in Boogey, because you don't know where your opponent is. And
yeah, and it's always, it's tough. It's tough to take a death in PRV, Happy Valley. Like, it feels super bad, but, you know, you got to truck on. You could still get a time that isn't 3 hours for not finishing, so it's worth plugging on. And I think, did we agree that we're dropping the top or the worst time? Or are we only taking 3? I don't remember what exactly for the average is, but I know at least your worst time will get dropped. But you never know what your worst time will actually be, so it's always good to finish. Let's see what kind of car painter fight we get here. No crashing booms on the first turn. Never what you want to see. Does have 2 rock-ins, though, which is kind of nice. 60 damage, not nice. I would definitely use the rock-in again. Hopefully get some... There's a reflect. Good damage. Nice. Not bad. The second rockin' coming in nice and handy. Meanwhile, we got our first Runaway 5 concert of the night. Now, Ness, which Runaway 5 member is your favorite?
Oh, I've always been kind of a Luigi stan, so the left Runaway 5 member is my favorite. The taller, mustachioed one.
I'm a fan of the drumboardist.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's
The
got a
fabled
cool hat.
6th member of the Runaway 5.
I won't fault you for that.
Leave me alone, Bean Trade.
You want me to ban him? I can ban him.
Yes. I chose violence.
I can't do it.
You got lucky this time. Oh, we talking bus already? Yeah, I've never seen these 2 runners run, and...
So, I still don't understand left bus, right bus.
You don't need to understand it. You just need to know that left bus is bad, and you shouldn't do it, ever. The Apple of Enlightenment is wasted.
I feel like the Apple of Enlightenment couldn't predict the amount of ignorance I have about left bus, right bus.
Yes, left bus is actually slower. Like, for realsies. But right bus, you could run into the picture if you're not paying attention. So right bus is just objectively better, but people like to hurt my feelings and go to the left. So let's see if shallowCopy will do it. All right, he's banned. I hope you enjoyed your one and only tournament.
Also, you did not explain the buses to me still, so you basically could have said, yeah, Flarkin is Flarkin and Darkin is Larkin.
What do you mean? I said the left bus is slower.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what left bus means.
What to do than going
You
to the
don't
right.
have to quantify what they.
Oh, we're talking like
replications
seconds.
of.
We're talking
I'm
like
talking to-
seconds.
No, I don't understand what the fundamental left and right bus is. I don't know how to trigger left or right bus. What is it?
When
What
you
does
come
it
out,
mean?
when you come out of the theater, you have a very important decision to make. You either go to the left to get on the bus, or you go to the right to get onto the bus around
Don't
it.
you still have to talk to the dude though?
Correct. That's why going to the right is the best option. Because it's faster.
I'm still mad, but I don't know what to do with that anger.
I think you should go on the internet and complain about it.
Here we go. Earthbound speed runs Discord.
Just go onto the
.com.
speedrun.com forums.
RJ was very cruel to me on a stream today, and I would like to. By the way, while we're making goofs, Shookie died again.
No, it was a
Oh
death
no,
ward.
no, no! That was the planned death. Sorry.
Yeah, turbo left bus where I don't know if it was just a race for funsies, but both people, while I was commentating, walked all the way from the theater to the department store and inside of it, and before going back to the bus. shallowCopy taking a graveyard fight here back to serious time because we are so off the rails, but it's all good.
That's
Taking a
fair.
death. Or was that after
Yeah.
getting up there?
The gut save. Oh, but then still died.
Okay, they do still have to go. No, they only go back to there, fortunately.
Yeah, because after the cutscene, it resets your spawn point.
Hmm.
No. Oh, okay, never mind. I was about to ask a question I already know the answer to. Why do you revive Paula after you death warp back to Tucson? It's because no one does anything for you if you don't have Paula alive.
Yeah, they don't actually like Ness. They like Paula.
Yeah, and they can't see Paula's ghost trailing behind him.
Is this another fight, or did he make it up to the top? I was watching Shookie. Alright, at least he killed the fly. The flies are a little challenging, because sometimes you just can't see them.
Yeah, keep in mind you're a little ahead of me on the stream.
Oh, right. I could share my screen with you.
Okay.
I completely forgot.
Then I don't have to read this garbage chat. Who is adding nothing. Thanks, chat. For nothing.
Turbo left bus is. Oh boy.
RJ, can you like click off your screen to remove the lines?
Oh yeah, I didn't even
Focus
notice.
Directly on my yeah. Thank you. Also, this way I get to hear the music, which is a fun time for me.
You were just listening in silence?
Yes.
Why
'cause
were
I
you
was
just watching the stream?
I was watching the stream, but if I listen to the stream, I'm gonna hear you and me.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about me.
Nowadays,
you.
everybody want to talk like they got something to say.
shallowCopy! Finally making it through the graveyard, getting captured by a very nice lady and her cohorts. And the good thing about that whole sequence is once you're captured, it insta-revives. Paula, so she was dead, but now she's not. Hooray. So they're not all that bad. They'll revive your dead friend at least.
That is nice. And also, I cannot be uncompelled to finish this, so... But nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish. But they forgot about J. Which, J in this scenario is RJ and you.
Nice. All right, let's see if we got some fancy schmancy movement in the Winter's Academy here.
Let me ask you about this, RJ. You're an aficionado at this point about Boogey%, correct?
Yeah.
What is the, if you had to give it in a percentage or on a scaling like 1 to 10 scale, what's the percentage that Snooki catches up at this point? Because we're getting into the end game here.
I don't want to say it's impossible, because it's not. But it's pretty low. We're going to need some pretty dramatic happenings in shallowCopy's stream, which is not out of the realm of possibility. I've seen people die multiple times to the first proto in Brick Road multiple times. But the thing about dying now is it doesn't take you too far away. So it's not as unforgiving.
I have to imagine the worst thing that could happen, which unfortunately happened to shookieTea, is that you die in Peaceful Rest Valley and have to walk back.
Yeah, that's probably the worst thing that could happen to you. But something that's also not terrible or not very fun or good is if you somehow make it out of Pond Cave or even to the end of Pond Cave and die, because that'll send you all the way back to where you get off Tessie. It's not nearly as far, but you do have to walk through all of Brick Road, which doesn't have enemies anymore because you finished it, and then all of Pond Cave, which does have enemies.
So I was gonna say something, is that in this tournament alone, I have seen no less than 3 people forget to pick up Bubble Monkey, which could be a game changer, but shallowCopy did pick up Bubble Monkey. And it's weird. If I had a nickel for every time someone in this tournament forgot Bubble Monkey, I would have 3 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened 3 times.
I mean, I don't get nickels for anything else, so that's saying something. But shallowCopy did not forget Bubble Monkey. That would be pretty unfortunate to walk all the way down here and be like, oh, I forgot the worst character in the game.
It has happened several times in this tournament alone, which I find humorous, but also I'm not racing.
Shookie getting some spawns. Ideally, I think you'd want to spawn downward, but I don't know if it really matters that much. I think you hit a spawn trigger going back and forth between the grave and the trees there. So ideally you'd want to go down and then back up to despawn them, but not causing too much troubles. But we got our first Tessie sighting.
Tessie, let's see your MS Paint beats in chat, please.
I'll just type it.
You sounded so defeated. Why? I'm going to...
Because I want the real thing. These letters don't make me feel.
I'm going to reluctantly agree to this call to action. You can also post your best MS Paint Beast parody if you'd like.
Hey, is that a Tessie Pocking? It kind of looks like Grimace from McDonald's if somebody sat on his head.
Yo, who is your favorite McDonald's Land character? Go.
I'm just gonna say Grimace, because I don't know any of them except the Hamburglar and Grimace. But Grimace is a big purple magical being, so it's gotta be Grimace.
Grimace is good. I'm gonna go Hamburglar. Although honorable mention to the chicken person who is strangely a part of McDonald Land, despite the fact that they have chicken McNuggets.
All right, here we go. shallowCopy in Brick Road. First enemy here, the protoplasm, is faster than you, so if it really wants to attack you 3 times, which it didn't do already, it could just kill you. Doesn't look like that's gonna happen though, unless, yeah, a call for help would be the only thing that would derail this. What moves did the bus have?
And the bus entry should be just left, left, and only left.
It just says vroom vroom. Right? shallowCopy going, trying to get the duck skip going here, but the duck is doing duck things. We really want the duck to move to the left so it can be aggroed again and then come down. Ooh, that's a bad move. At some point, you just have to, like, you know, say it's not gonna happen and go for it, because eventually you're wasting more time trying to get it to happen than just taking the fight. And that's true, Flint. It is hard to know, like, when is it too much? And when is it pride and when is it, well, look at that though. And like it's nothing. Third proto skip. Like it's nothing.
Airframe, will Shookie get any extra points if they spend the next 3 hours farming for the T-Rex bat? As the creator of this tournament, I'm just asking.
That was an interesting spawn there. So the other spawns couldn't really get around. Well, freeze also nice. But there could have been a stutterable situation. You gotta be careful here, because Bubble Monkey still does the lag behind, which I think may have startled shallowCopy a little bit, because they started to move without stuttering, because Bubble Monkey was lagging behind. But what you really want to do is just, ooh, nice, the dog green for shookieTea. But once Bubble Monkey stops moving and you're stuttering, you just want to stop. And that mushroom actually could have been okay. I think as long as the mushroom's above the rocks on the top of the screen, like above that top rock, you can actually walk on the bottom and not have to worry about it. So I wouldn't do this.
Well, you're not shallow. And Shallow actually got a pretty good stutter out of that one.
Yeah, if that mushroom wasn't there, I believe Shallow is gonna get past.
I'm honestly surprised that mushroom aggroed so far.
I really do think it was, yeah, I guess, I mean, it wasn't too far, but it looked like it was, like, right on the edge. But, yeah, that one was a little suspect. I don't know if I would have felt good about that.
Ooh, Shallow going for the green swirl, not getting it.
This could be scary if the mouse starts critting. I think usually you'd probably want to go for the rowdy mouse first. Just because it has such a high guts rating, it either does, like, 1 damage or crits you.
Yeah, and it seems like that's what Shallow was focusing on.
Meanwhile, Shookie getting on their Tessie ride. Now, I think this door that shallowCopy's
RJ?
going through is being terrible. It wasn't today, but I hate that spawn plate.
Yeah, you're not wrong. RJ, can I ask you a personal favor as a longtime friend that we are?
Yeah, anything for you.
Can you give me your best approximation of the Tessie theme since we can't hear it and the stream can't hear it?
Oh man.
Feel free to use meows.
Meows.
That's so good. That actually is so good. You did such a good job.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh boy. Welcome back to commentary.
Encore.
All right. Ban Kabumek.
How do I ban airframe?
Ooh. I mean, you could do it. He's not the channel owner.
I can't as just a lowly mod.
Oh, Daniel, you want to do a collab? We can have a sick album.
Oh, yeah. Get Smooth Groove in here. That's still a thing, right? Smooth and Groove is still doing stuff? No? Okay, never mind.
Well, shallowCopy takes a nice little ride. Let's see if Shookie could get duck skip here. It was in a nice spot. It could come down a little farther. Okay, good. It moved left anyway. Nicely, like really quick duck skip. And a little too eager to move down on the second proto skip. But wisely using their boiled egg. Call for help.
Airframe, don't listen to this. Flint, you son of a bitch.
Using their bread roll again. Playing it really smart. You don't want to die here. It would just, especially with getting duck skip, you'd have to skip it again or just fight it, and that was well played with the items that they had. All of our dreams came true, every single one of them.
See, now that makes me want to sing the Never-Ending Story song, but I won't.
You made me sing the Tessie song, and you're not gonna sing the Never-Ending Story song.
We are not the same.
I feel cheated. I'm just gonna say that. I don't blame you, per se. But I do feel cheated. shookieTea getting into a unfortunate slug fight. I didn't meow, you're right. It's true. I had to remember exactly what the Tessie song sounded like in my head. And by the time I got to that point, the neurons that allow me to meow had already gone away.
You nailed it, like from memory, for sure.
I have played this game quite a bit. I'm not gonna say it's the most, because it certainly isn't, but it's a lot.
The most depressing thing about Boogey% for me is they never get to the Lost Underworld, which I have created lyrics for the song for the Lost Underworld.
That is unfortunate. This plate's not being very nice to Shookie. And just like that, I reverse commentator cursed the spawns.
You kind of did, actually.
But now this one's given some troubles while shallowCopy makes their way all the way down to the Boogey tent.
So I think that was smart in Shookie's line, in which there was only one little creature there, and they decided to fight it and instantly win.
Yeah, that was a good call. Normally you don't just run into like one thing, but if you happen to notice that it is, it's a good call. Let's see what the bottle rocket roll is. It's time. Oh, I already missed it. He wins!
108. GG. GG's in chat.
Now we have 30 minutes of leveling up.
You can DM me if you want to hear my rendition of the Never-Ending Story song. Thanks.
So that'll be a GG. Nice green swirl. Bubble Monkey doing anything right is always a clutch moment. Nice
green swirl. Green?
Because Bubble Monkey got it from behind. Because the mushroom wants... Oh, all of the enemies in the game will only go after whoever the lead party member is. So,
yeah, but did you see the position of Bubble Monkey there?
Yeah, but I mean, Bubble Monkey does Bubble Monkey things. And that's time.
That's true.
There we go. Stop. Let's see what it came in on race time at.
Honestly,
finished with the 1:13:29.
This is not a bad showing from Shookie either. Like,
no. Honestly, it's a huge improvement over the first run.
As long as he completes this run, it's a good time. Like, I think even top 100 in the Boogey % times. Let me check.
And honestly, like, even with that death, he still has plenty of time to beat his first round time. So, like, going back to getting rid of your worst time thing, it will easily be better than their first run. So that's why you always kind of continue.
Well, okay. I'm looking at speedruns.com races for Boogey %. And the number 100 slot is, well, it's an hour and 14 actually.
There's a lot of Boogey runners. There's a lot of glitchless runners too, non-minute. For a 4-hour game, 4-hour longer game.
But also, there's a lot of people who do Boogey %.
Well, it's like a comfy run. It's tough to be really good at, but it's like comfy to just go do.
Yeah, and I 100% get that. It's just a shame that there's no one in chat who's done Boogey. I wish I could have people in chat say that they're a fan of Boogey, but I don't think there's many of them.
So, shallowCopy in their first round. Where are they? I can read. Apparently I can't. Oh, there they are. Got a 119.15. And then, improved their second week race to a 113. So, like, a nice 6-minute improvement. Very well done. Yeah, and personally, I wouldn't grind Boogey ever. Like, I would do Boogey runs and I would do the races, but I would never grind Boogey. It just sounds like pain. It got into my head, like, when I was running the game, like, if I did a Boogey run, I just wanted to do the whole run. Like, after I got past Onet, I just wanted to do the rest of the run. Which is weird, because it's like, okay, I'm 30 minutes into the run, I'm gonna commit to 4 hours. So, but I don't know, that's just how I felt.
No, I kind of get it, honestly. Can you message shallowCopy and see if he wants to do a post game?
I might be listening. I see a GG in the chat.
I can't be bothered to watch chat.
I know you said that. As soon as I let you look at the share my screen with you, you were pretty adamant about never looking at chat again.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, have you seen the kind of people who join this chat?
They all seem like great people to me.
I'm of the opposite opinion.
Oh, we got some shenanigans going on with the... Ooh, that was a little spooky.
Why are you booing me? I'm right.
Big bottle, not the highest roll.
Also, Bean Train, I love you. I don't want any bad blood between us.
Right. Yeah, there we go. It's like it's really close after the second rocket. I can't do math quickly in my head. All right, 30 minutes of leveling up. GG for getting past Boogey Tent.
GG. 5 minutes? Like, basically a 5-minute difference. That's nothing in compared to a speedrunning attempt. Like,
No, it's really not.
Shookie has nothing to be ashamed about.
No. And like I said, they're still actually going to improve upon their best time for the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just bad luck that they had, I feel.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you get red swirled by cultists. Anybody is in for a bad time.
I really couldn't pinpoint any time in Shookie's playthrough that I would have said, well, that was a mistake.
We have next race is Irving versus Zelda Rocks Xander at 9:30 EST.
Tonight?
Yes.
I'm sorry, a double header?
Yes. GG Shookie.
GG.
119.09. That's a really solid improvement over week 1. About 4 minutes. So any aspiring Boogey racers out there, don't give up on your run. You never know which one will end up being your worst run and getting dropped, so always good to finish. There was 2 more races today? Really?
4 stream match of the day? Did they have me in it? I don't care about it then.
Ooh, so that was like an actual PB for you, Shookie. Congratulations. You're gonna knock that time. Those numbers are gonna start melting off.
Absolutely.
And anyway,
especially with.
Sorry, go ahead. What are your final thoughts, Ness? I need some closing thoughts.
My closing thoughts are. Hold on, I have to mute the incessant clicking of the. My final thoughts are, both of these were great runners, and they had incredible gameplay. Like, if they had been against any other person, they would have won handedly.
I like where your head's at. I like where your head's at. But yes, like Hunter is saying in chat, we do have another race in about an hour. So go get something to eat, go get a drink, maybe get a quick power nap in, and come back around 9:30 EST for a race with Irving and Zelda Rock Xander.
Will you be there?
I will be here in spirit or chat. But you don't look at chat, so to you, I won't be here.
Will I be there?
That's a good question. I still won't be there to you, even if you're there or not.
Friendship ended with RJ. My new friend is. Hold on, I'm scrolling. Butt spot.
Butt spot?
Why not?
The text is absolutely going ham on shallowCopy's screen. Look at that. It's like a rave.
Wait, don't cut stream. Great audio. From Hunter? Hunter, what do you mean? I assume he's not talking about either one of us.
Oh, no, it's not us at all. But anyway, I'm gonna cut stream because I am done. I'm over it.
Hey, RJ, can you do me one last favor?
Yes.
Immediately cut the stream right now.
Right now?